again, Eagles, I said it from day one last year. Best roster in the league, deepest roster in the league. You have more stars than them. Use them. Use them. You're tight end. Kansas City can't cover that dude. That's going to be the game right there. That two dudes right there. Kansas City's linebackers can't cover Goddard, and the Eagle linebackers cannot cover Travis Kelce. Seth has been saying it all year. Get Sanders going too. Dude, this is Miles Sanders' final football game as a Philadelphia Eagle. Okay? They're not paying him $7.5 million. They're not going to pay him. That's not what they're going to do. Okay? Run this guy's wheels off him. Get him going, man. See, here's what you got here. Watch this. It's almost like Roberto Duran fighting a guy like Mayweather. Duran can knock you out with both hands back in the day. Okay? And this guy's just going to pepper you. Man, I want to beat Duran. I'm going to go headhunting on this guy. The Eagles are a dominant team. I think that KC team's a finesse team. That's a powder puff team. That's a team that tries to spread you out immediately. And Philadelphia's got those horses up front. There's a reason why all the millionaires are in the offense and in the offensive line. You got two tackles making $20 million apiece. You got a center making 10. You got a guard making 5. Dude, look at all that money up there. Use them. Run the damn ball. Beat people up. Get Goddard going. My only point, once again, my only point is this. You see this resume? If I was to give this to Joe Messa, he'd never hire me. He'd never hire me. Hey, he'd never hire me as an attorney. I got killed in the national title game. I got killed in the semifinal game. I got killed in a wild card game. And I've played okay. Jalen's going to have to play big. He's going to have to play big because Mahomes and Andy are going to keep the game close. Going to keep the game close. I mentioned Joe Mason, man. There's only one dude in Philly that have this odds to sit there and sponsor the Big Sil show, the National Football Show. And here's Joe Mesa right now, man, bringing a caravan out to Glendale. And, Joe, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming aboard, man. This is really cool.
Thanks for having me, Dan. How you doing, man? I was watching a little bit of the show before I came on, and, I'm with you there. I think this is going to be a little bit of a dogfight, but it's going to be fun. I think, this is Jalen Hurts' chance to have a coming out party. He's done it and stepped up everywhere he's been. At every level, from Alabama when he was down and got replaced by Tua in the championship game, at Oklahoma, here in Philadelphia behind Wentz and people not believing in him. And, he comes in, I think, still with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. But like you said, I think it all starts up front with the lines, both on offense and defense, establishing the run. I think you're right. The tight ends are difficult to cover here, although I don't know. I was thinking a little bit about maybe a little C.J. Gardner-Johnson covering Travis Kelce instead of linebackers, because I think linebackers are a problem. He's a problem for them. That's a tough matchup. And, getting after Mahomes, stopping them from running the ball and getting after Mahomes, but being able to contain him too. I think you got an advantage there with Hassan Reddick against their tackle that he'll be going against, and hopefully he can get off and hunt a little bit.
I'd move him around as much as I could to test that ankle out. Let's see what he's got, because to me, if he's limited in that pocket, and I'm talking Mahomes, if you move him around and he's limited on moving around, I think that's going to play right into that front seven who's been absolutely dynamite this year. And I completely agree with you on that. I want to throw this at you too, Joe. I said last week that this whole notion about Jalen Hurts not being an elite quarterback started in Alabama. And the reason I say it started with it started with Nick Saban is because there he was on national championship night. He pulls the kid, and right there in front of everybody in the world, he pulls the kid on the national championship stage And everyone right there, always from that moment, the narrative was he wasn't big time. And he's been fighting that the entire time. Went to Oklahoma. He was a second rounder. He was brought into Philly. Not many people really like the second round pick. It's turned out maybe to be the best pick in the history for Howie Roseman. But I mean, this is a game right here, Joe, where he can erase everything and climb into that Mahomes and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow league. You win a game like this to change the narrative on who you are.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the chance to show not only that he's good enough, but he's great enough to do it on the biggest stage with the best players, in the Super Bowl. Can't top that.
Absolutely. So you take a tailgate. So wait a minute now. Let me get this right. So you're gonna stop in Kansas City to talk some shit at Arrowhead, and then you're gonna go up to Glendale, and you're gonna bring all the Eagle fans out there to Glendale. Hey, the last time the Eagle fans were in Glendale, I was like, "Is that Lincoln Financial West?" I couldn't believe what that thing looked like. So are you bringing a caravan like across the country here?
Yep, it's like go big or go home, Dan. That's the way I live my life. So we throw a tailgate every home Eagles game. We have a tailgate trailer all fitted out. We have 2 beers on tap, 2 big screen TVs, pizza oven, grill, full bar, the whole thing. We got a 38-foot RV that we're dragging this trailer out there on. I'm not going to lie to you, Dan. I have 7 people driving that RV nonstop straight. I'm not going to lie to you, though. I'm past that point in my life. I'm flying out there. I'm going to see them off, and I'm going to be there to meet them when we get there, and we're going to throw it up and have a big-time Philly party out there in Arizona. We have probably 30 people going out, and we're going to meet other people. We're going to invite Eagles fans and have a real hometown Philly tailgate in Arizona, not like, these fancy tailgates you got to pay $1,000 or $500 to get into, where you have Guy Fieri cooking some fancy food, just old time Philly burgers, cheesesteaks, pizza, and it's going to be a blast. And any real Philly fans, any real Eagles fans out there that want to come, they're welcome.
Okay, so how long you been an Eagle fan?
As long as I can remember, my entire life.
Who's your favorite Eagle?
My favorite Eagle of all time,
all time.
Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins. Why?
Yeah. Just because a couple of things. One, his passion, I think, matches the passion of the city. 2, he's a guy who had workman-like player that brought it every single day, never took a play off, never took a day off, and he understood the fans here and the passion in the fans here when he would get out there after every touchdown the Eagles scored and sing the Eagles fight song along with the fans, get them all riled up as he would come out onto the field. Just something about him. In addition to his play, I mean, hard-nosed guy. Never forget that hit on Algie Crumpler. Just, lighting people up. Philly fans love defense and love players like that. That's the epitome of what we do here. I can say, not that I was ever a big-time football player like you, but I played a little bit in high school, and I enjoyed playing defense, and I enjoyed hitting people. It was much more fun than getting hit.
So wait a minute now. You got a documentary too. They're going to So 6ABC is going to document this whole thing too and put a documentary together for you too. This is great.
It's already started. It was on 6ABC on Saturday night and Sunday morning. Tomorrow, Tuesday evening, before the trailer takes off, we're going to do another shoot from on location when the trailer takes off. We got 2 GoPros. We'll be documenting the whole thing on the way out. The stop in Kansas City, right through Arrowhead Stadium, is right on the route we're taking, and we're going to film 2 versions there at the stop at Arrowhead. One will be appropriate for television, and one won't. So, one's going to be okay for them to play. The other one's going to be real down and dirty Philly style that maybe we'll post on YouTube. And
Joe's like, he's like Tom Cruise. He flies in, everyone else is going in there. I'll be flying into Kansas City, then I'm flying into Glendale. Everyone else, they're going to be handling the other work there. I'll just parachute in here.
Look, Dan, I don't know about you, but 50 hours
No, that ain't working for
in
me
an
either.
RV with 7 dudes and no women.
No. Hey, Joe,
I'm
I'm like
fine.
you, man. You know what I tell everyone? Big Sills doesn't go to bars with 10 dudes, and I don't get in a van with 20 dudes either.
Exactly.
Hey, I can't wait to see this thing, though, man. So has the first one aired already, the beginning of it on 6 ABC?
Yeah, the first one aired on Saturday night and Sunday morning. It's probably on 6abc.com. We also have a Facebook group, and everything's going to be posted up on the Facebook group. I can send you that information. I sent it to Joe already. I'll shoot it off to you. So everything as they go on the GoPro, all the things on 6ABC are being posted. They're meeting us out there. So when we get there, we're going to do a shoot out there, and we're also talking about maybe doing something for the pregame during the tailgate while we're there.
Absolutely, Paisan. I appreciate you doing this very much, and send that information over. Maybe we'll do another one here when you get out there too. So we'll get a bird's eye view of all these dudes there and see what's going on here as we get ready for Super Bowl 57. By the way, I say this, second title in 5 years, Joe. It's the greatest era Eagle football in the history of the franchise on what's going on right now. Different coaches, different quarterbacks. I mean, Tommy McDonald is great and all that, but I'll tell you this is the greatest era that the team's ever seen.
I think you're right. We need to bring this one home, though, for all the people in Philly that can't make it there. But, we have the right horses to get it done. And it's just about going out there and playing the game, the right game plan, and making it happen.
Absolutely. Brother, I appreciate it, man. We'll catch up with you again.
All right, Dan. Good seeing you. I'll send that info, and hopefully we'll catch up before then.
You got it, man.
All
that
right.
is our friend Joe Messa from Messa Associates, too. Please hit the like button. Hour number 2. Don't forget Gary Cobb from Fox 29 in Philadelphia at the bottom of the hour.